Yummy. All right, folks. We're back in the lab. We're back in the studio. This is the Captain's Log Podcast. I'm your host, Rob, home of your sports, current events, and DMV community news. What's happening this evening? What's happening to all my listeners? What's up to everybody on the live, on the IG live? Get with it. I ain't going to say every Monday night, but I'm going to stop saying every because I'll be lying to y'all. So I'm just going to say I'll be doing lives from time to time. We're going to leave it there. Topics for the night, man. It's going to be NBA Finals Games 1 and 2 recap. Shannon Sharpe leaves Undisputed and Fox Sports 1. That's for my sports. For my current events, new Spider-Man movie review. And for my DMV community news. What the fuck was that loud? Boom. Before we get started, man, make sure you share, subscribe. Tell somebody the Patreon is out, man. I'm looking for my shipmates. All that information is in the bio. Click the link tree. Get with a player. Anyway, let's get into it. That was the bell if y'all didn't hear that on the live. So I missed game 1. I don't know where I was at. I seen about half of game 2. I've seen all I need to see to make a analysis of what's going on. Just going to do the stats real quick. Game 1, Nuggets won 104-93. Joker had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists, triple dub. Jamal Murray had 26 points, 10 assists, double-double. And Porter had 14 points, 13 rebounds, double-double. And as you can see, you hit him assists, 14 assists, 10 assists. Where we going with this? I'm going to say Nuggets in 6 off Bucks. Then you got on the Miami side, Jimmy Butler, 13.7 rebounds. Bam Adebayo, 26 points, 13 rebounds. And Gabe Vincent, 19 points. So you already know how that was going. I ain't hear shit about no assists. So that's an automatic L in the finals. It's a cut and dry game, man. The Nuggets was getting everybody involved. The bench was putting up some buckets. They were strapping up on D. Then, the flop game was strong. And they ended up smashing them the first game. But game 2, Miami won 111-108. I thought the Nuggets was going to come back. The Nuggets was getting it in, but, just fell short at the end. I didn't think they was going to lose one at home, but that's NBA Finals basketball. So in that game, Joker had 41 points, 11 rebounds, double-double. Jamal Murray had 18 points, 10 assists. That's really it as far as any notable highlights. And then when you go to Miami, you had Jimmy Buckets had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. Kevin Love, who started, 6 points, 10 rebounds. 10 rebounds by the geezer. Bam Adebayo had 21 points, 9 rebounds. And Gabe Vincent, again, 23 points. So it's just like this. It's lopsided. Either your role players look, let me tell you right now. That's what's going to win the finals. The notable players, your Jokers, your Murrays, your Jimmy Butlers, your Tyler Heroes if he was playing, your Bam Adebayos, they going to get their points, all right? They going to score regardless. But them role players are the ones who are going to bring the championship home. I've said this shit like 20 times. You cannot win the team. You can't win a championship with 1 player or 2 player or 3 players. Them role players got to be in there too. You got to have at least 5 or 6 people that's going to give you some buckets and be on the defensive side. So that's what you got. You got Nuggets. A lot of assists, good defense, they win. Then you got Miami. A lot of assists, a lot of bench production. You know what I'm saying? Good defense, and they win. That's what it's going to do. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. Again, I didn't think the Nuggets was really going to take one. I didn't think Miami was going to take one in Denver because the next 2 games is in Miami. So now it's like, I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Are the Nuggets still going to be able to keep that momentum? As good as Joker is, he's not going to be scoring no damn 40 points a night. If he scored 40 points, what is it? They play Wednesday. If he got to score another 40 points and if he got to put a triple-double up and the rest of his team not giving him no production like they should on Wednesday, he's going to be gassed out for the next game. So hopefully if he do that, they win. So I'm still going with Nuggets in 6, though. I just think they're just the more complete team. More complete team. Jokic gets some easy ass basic. He like the white Tim Duncan out there, joint, giving you basic buckets. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little flopping too, just, the little patented wipe your face joint. But I'm going with Nuggets in 6, man. What we got next? Bing. I seen this coming. I just didn't know. Let's see in the comments. DJ Too Fresh says, looks rigged. Michael Porter was sat for no reason. I agree. Listen, you already know. I've been said this. I've been said that the NBA been rigged for the longest. Like, let's keep it a buck right now. Does it or does it not feel weird that LeBron is not in the finals? Let me know. And I'm not even. I'm LeBron'd out. I'm ready for the next wave of players to come in. But don't it feel weird? It almost feel like it's not even the NBA Finals because LeBron and the traditional people who they keep wanting, your LeBrons, your Kevin Durant's, your Golden States, because they're not in it. Two teams. One team ain't never been, and another team ain't been since LeBron. In the NBA Finals, it almost feel like it's not even like real basketball. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I love basketball, but it don't feel like if it was LeBron and them, they'd be hyping this shit up, man. They'd be hyping it. It's like they just get on there. Whatever. What's my man Van Gundy get on that joint and talk his little shit, contradict everything the NBA got to do. Charles Barkley get on there and talk his shit, and that's it. I don't know. Maybe because it's just I haven't really been watching the whole thing, but I do think it's rigged, bro. I think the NBA been rigged for a minute. I don't know how much money coming out of these max contracts, but some of that shit is for them players. Says there's no excitement this year. Nah, bro, it don't feel exciting. It doesn't. And you know what? So another reason why I say that is because, I didn't get to see any Denver Nugget games. I didn't really see that many Miami games either. I mean, I don't know. I don't have an NBA League Pass, so I just watch what's going on. I watched the Wizards get smashed, and then I watched them play. I watched Boston and Philly and Brooklyn and the late night games. It's Golden State. It's goddamn the Clippers. It's Lakers, and it's Nuggets if you can catch them. But they really be showing them games like that, man. So I think they need to do a better job of these primetime games. It can't just be the Lakers. The Lakers had so many primetime games this year, and they was playing like some shit. I'm like, bro, but they're playing like shit, though. Why y'all keep putting them on the TV? Because it's Brian. That's okay, though. That's for another day. Anyway, Shannon Sharpe put his 2-week notice in. If you think about it, count that shit up. When he said it was like last week, right? The other day? Bro, if that shit goes 7 games, it's like 2 weeks. So he put a 2-week notice in on Skip Bayless' ass. They was on the show together for what, 6-7 years? It really, I think it really stings, man, because they've been them for so long. Like, even people who don't watch Skip and Shannon know Skip. Everybody know that shit. Everybody knows Shannon. Shannon Sharpe's personality is out of this world. For someone who, can come with no journalism background, and he said after the finals he's done. That's like 2 weeks, bro. That's a 2-week notice. DJ Too Fresh said no. He said after the finals he's done. That's like a 2-week notice, bro. That's like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's a 2-week notice. But, a combination between Skip Bayless taking the shot at him, pretty much comparing Shannon's career to Tom Brady. I think that stung more than the what's up, Cuzzo? I think that stung more than the DeMar Hamlin controversial tweet thing. I think that stung more. Now, granted, I don't think Skip's tweet was bad. I just think that when you in that position, when you up here, when your job is to report sports news on the dime, when you tweeting, bro, that shit got to be on point. If I'm reading your tweet, that shit need to mean what it says. It shouldn't be looked at, 2 or 3 different ways, or will playoff implications. Like, you could have just not said that, or you could have worded it So it just meant what you meant. Like, yeah, I really care more about his health at the situation, but this does have effect on the playoffs. I don't know word for word what he said, but like they jumped on his ass quick about that. And even, when Shannon came on the show, Shannon took the day off. Unc said, I need a mental health day. And he came back on and he spoke on it immediately. And he was just like, I thought Skip would take the tweet down. Of course, Skip is Skip. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I got to give credit to Skip ain't backing down for nobody. He not bending for nobody. I can respect that. But at least let the man get his comment out. So at this point, Shannon like, damn, can I at least finish saying what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree in the comments. His comment was just way too soon. I agree. But at that point, I'm just like, yeah, they done. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I think Shannon did a good job to play it off after that. But I mean, I don't know. I read body language, and I can just tell when somebody had the job and they don't want to be there. So he rolling. At game 6 when the Nuggets take it, Uncle Shay Shay is gone, and his podcast. Club Shay Shay podcast is gone too. That's a part of Fox Sports 1 as well. They're gonna buy him out, and he's gonna be done. I wish I knew how much his contract. Well, not how much, but how long his contract was. They got about 7 years, so I'm assuming maybe it was 10 years, maybe about 3 left. The chat says the comment was a little insensitive, especially to that football fraternity. Skip was being Skip, but he's always been Skip. I agree. He's always been Skip. I mean, think about when he was with Stephen A. They was going back and forth. Speaking of Stephen A. talking about something. Oh, if you want to come to First Take? Shit, man, that shit'd be quick. That'd be a one and done. Ain't no way that you gonna have Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith sitting at the same table. Stephen A. can barely handle goddamn J.J. Redick and Perk. So nah. Comment says we saw 2 almost die 2 weeks in a row. Nobody gave a shit. Nah, bruh. DJ Too Fresh, you allowing that, bruh. Because I was one of the main advocates saying that I don't think he should play football no more. And I was one of the main advocates saying when he had the first concussion that he should have sat out. And I thought it was a little too quick for him to be coming back onto the field. So nah, bruh. Maybe nobody above my level. You know what I'm saying? But I was one of the main people on my podcast, like, man, he shouldn't even be playing, bro. Like, not the way he looking, losing his balance, his equilibrium off and all that other shit. No, hell no. So my question is this. What's next for Shannon Sharpe? And where can I send my resume? Just let me know. You got it. Hey, you got a Gmail. What you got? You got Dropbox. I mean, you got a birdie with the thing on his leg. Let me just shoot you the resume. Let me just show you what I got. Check me out. Listen, if Unc called me, I'm gone. Chat says, so what I'm saying is it was football as normal. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It was football as normal, but bro, like to have effects like that of a concussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't have one right back to back. Bro, Now, maybe the severity of it, you know what I'm saying? The world wasn't like, oh, shit, as much as somebody, like, literally just falling out on the field and having to be revived. I mean, I don't want to compare, the severity of which one was worse, but they both were just equally as bad. But did Skip go and tweet some cryptic shit about the concussions? I mean, let me know. If he did, you know what I mean? Somebody DM it to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'll read it and then, okay, I agree with you. I got to have information. I can only go by what I personally saw. You know what I'm saying? I was actually on Twitter when I seen the tweet myself. And I had commented, I was like, Skip, that's some bullshit, bro. That was my comment. So my thing is, so Shannon Sharpe go and he get his own show. I think he been doing it long enough. I think he has the background that he can get his own show. But when? What time would it air? See, that's the thing, bruh. Like, that sweet spot between like 7 a.m. Well, I don't know who on at 7 a.m. And I think Colin Cowherd come on at 12. That's the prime time. And then you got everybody else who like 2, 3 in the afternoon speak with Joy Taylor and them. But I'm like, I mean, I ain't watching. I'm not watching it at 2, 3 in the afternoon. Chat says no one gives Skip the same energy when he stands behind black players and tackle black issues for as long as he has. You might be right, but I mean, if the man put his 2 weeks in, he put his 2 weeks in. I mean, you gotta call it what it is. Chad says he weak. He not built for the trenches of media. Which one? Shannon? Shannon is a little emotional. So you don't think he can make it? Do y'all think Shannon Sharpe can go out here and create his own show, and it can compete with the other current shows that's out right now? I think it's gonna take him a while. And I think it's really going to be important to who compliments him. Like if Shannon Sharpe was to go start a show right now, who would be a good person to compliment him? This has got to be someone who's not going to agree with him all the time. I was thinking maybe Chris Broussard, but I don't know. And I only say that because they've already worked together. But I think Chris Broussard is already in too much stuff. He says, Chad says, nah, Shannon going to get big views by himself. Shannon can do whatever he wants and be successful because he has the personality and the backing of other celebrities. I agree. But you can't, see, it's different. Like, I'm sitting in here, I'm by myself, but I'm talking to the chat, though. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, if it was just me, I'd just be looking at the ceiling, talking to the cameras and going. But when you talking about, I mean, even Colin Cowherd, who kind of is a one-man show, he even has a complimentary in there. He had Joy Taylor in there, even though she wasn't really saying too much, and he had the other gentleman who still be in there. So my thing is, he got to have somebody. Now, it don't have to be a big-name person. This could be an opportunity for another up-and-coming media personality to come on there and make their name. But he got to have somebody. So, I mean, I think at this point, he should take a break, take about a month just to just relax. I know he made a little post. He was in the garden planting shit and all this. I was like, I mean, I guess you planting something going to grow out, but I know it take a minute for that shit. That shit don't come out the ground the next day. So make sure you take a little break, get your mental health in check, get the skip off you. And we're going to be waiting because, I mean, I fool with Shannon. He know the information. He do his research. And he got his own personality. I mean, that's hard to come by. It's a lot of people that's on TV that just be saying anything. And it's like, it's one thing if you're going to say everything, but if you got that spunk behind it, I'm still going to watch it even though, like Kendrick Perkins be saying absolutely anything. But because of even Richard Jefferson I think he's good at what he's doing. He's hilarious. They got a good little cast, Malika Andrews, all them in there. So I'm fooling with them. Anything else for Uncle Shannon? We're going to move on. Let's get the chat a second. Man, he can put Club Shay Shay on TV if he wants. He could do that, but then, so the thing with podcasts, man, is when you put podcasts on TV, especially if you're going to put it on regular TV, now you gotta watch it. Like, he'd had Lord Duval on there, you know what I'm saying, smoking on the joint. So it's like, when you go that route, then you got to kind of change up. The reason why people do podcasts is so they can say and do whatever the fuck they want. That's why you do it. I could have been saying, well, you know what, man? I feel like I can go on the radio. Let me go up Sirius XM and see if I can get an internship, you know what I'm saying, doing some talking or go up to 95.5 or 93.9. But then I could be myself, but not my true self. I can't get on there and curse and flame people and talk about how this controversial shit I don't like how bad of drivers y'all are out here in the DMV. I can't do that. So it's good to keep it out. And, whatever he brings in for his podcast, it's his money. You know what I'm saying? Once you start signing with all this and signing that people getting the cut, now you out here doing extra shit and you're not even really reaping the benefits. But we're gonna be standing by though, man. Shannon, I need to see my resume though. So let's move on. So now we on the DMV community news. We done with skipping Shannon. We done. We on to the community news section. So yesterday I'm standing outside, man. I had some folks over. We was getting ready to record something. And I just heard boom. So I'm like, whoa, shit. That shit sounded close. I thought my neighbor's house had got blown up or something. So next thing you know, I'm looking at of course I pull my phone out because, the ring alerts. If you got the ring doorbells or cameras on your house, the alerts. When everybody asking, loud boom, what was that? Probably some old lady. But this time, it was about 20, 25 notifications. So I'm like, damn, that's a lot of motherfucking people. Like, what's going on? So go in the joint, check my phone, and it says that there was some jets that went goddamn sonic speed, Mach 5, sonic boom, whatever, sonic boom ass. And because it was a small Cessna jet flying over DC. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, if the Jets had to make that loud a sound to get there, that means they must have got there fast as shit. They probably got there in less than a minute, bruh. So then I start thinking, because I'm looking at the news today. So I'm like, okay. But they showing Andrews Air Force Base. So I'm like, did the Jets leave from Andrews? Because I'm like, my thing is this. I just feel like the way they explaining it's a lot of holes in the story, right? It's a lot of holes in the story. But so you telling me that the Jets was at Andrews? This is my assumption. I mean, correct me if it flew from somewhere else. You telling me these Jets was at Andrews Air Force Base, and you telling me that the jet took off and just boom, sonic boom that fast? Don't that shit gotta build up a little bit? First of all, which way is the tarmac facing? Is it facing the direction that they going? Because this is my thing. The only way I'm believing this is you telling me that these jets flew up and then they just kind of went back. So if we in what's that? Allentown Road, them motherfucking jets went down Route 4 somewhere towards damn Chesapeake Beach, and they turned around and then they smacked that motherfuckers up the road. That's the only way that you able to get to that speed that quick. And unless we got some crazy shit going on that we don't know about. Anyway, that's the one thing that don't make sense to me. So to get there, you know what I'm saying? Come to find out, apparently the pilot was unresponsive. He was passed out. And it was like 3 other people on there. Bro, you got a YouTube F-16s. Don't tell me what I got a YouTube, all right? Don't tell me what I got a YouTube, do fresh. I just want to know, like, I'm going to look it up because I just don't think that them motherfuckers is really getting up to speed that quick. Chad says, I seen the story, said the pilot was unconscious and they was guiding it. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. So, because they talking about the plane crashed somewhere in the sticks in Virginia, and they said that the plane was charred up and you couldn't make out shit. So all the bodies fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I think they shot the motherfucker down. I think they shot it down, bro. Like, think about it like this. Granted, this is just speculation on me. Don't believe nothing I'm saying. I think they shot it down because my thing is we don't know how long this joint has been at a slow decline. We don't know how long that they was trying to say, hey, what the fuck y'all doing? You in the wrong place. You in the wrong place. To pull up to that joint. And I don't know, like it was like we don't know where was it at in DC when the Jets pulled up on them. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if this joint is slowly floating somewhere in the vicinity of the Pentagon or something, I mean, you might have to shoot that joint down and ask questions later. So I don't know, bro. I mean, it's a couple of holes in the story. Maybe we'll never get told. We'll never get told the true story. But you know, my spouse is under the impression that joint got shot down. I don't know. She sounded like she kind of making sense. But yeah, I mean, bro, if you got to get there that fast, bro, like you gotta get there. How much time you got? They played the emergency transmission. Send me the clip, Chizzy. Send me the clip. I'm about to make you the fucking moderator. But yeah, so everything is gone. The joint crashed. Everybody's dead. Fuck. That shit was crazy though. I think that the most crazy part about it was like, well, I know DC is a no-fly zone, period. So I think about it. I ain't never seen no planes flying over unless it was them shits coming over there by the airport. I ain't never seen no plane just flying the fuck around. But my thing is, bro, that explosion was loud. I keep calling it explosion. That sound was loud, bro. Like I'm in Bowie. You telling me these jets was in Andrews? How many miles is that? That's about 15 miles. You telling me them shit's loud like that? Hell no. Nah. Just imagine with the people who live right outside the base. Motherfucking eardrums probably blown the fuck out. Oh, man. Whew. I had to go to therapy, bro. If I lived in an old house in Suitland and them motherfucking jet sonic boom through there like that, oh, nah, bro. Oh, no. I had to be going to emergency room. My motherfucking eardrums be bleeding. But that's all I got for that, man. So lastly, telling y'all right now, don't bootleg it. Go see it. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 5.5 out of 5. Clap it up. Hey, 5.5 out of 5, bro. It's not up for debate. That movie was great. The soundtrack was a little mid. Y'all cites the soundtrack, though. Y'all was cite. Just because it's Metro booming, that don't mean everything booming. That shit was mid booming. The movie was good, bro. It was a lot going on, a lot of action, though. But between the storyline, between, bringing other characters in, I won't tell y'all too much. I'm not going to tell you the movie. I ain't going to do that. It's fresh. If it was next week, I would have told y'all the whole shit. But good movie. We went to see that joint at the Alamo Draft House. That's one of the movie theaters. They got one in DC. They got one in Crystal City. You can, it's a theater where they got the recliner chairs. You can order food. We just started going to those because it's like, shit, we're going to have to eat anyway. We could just save some time, just get some little chicken wings in there. So we went there. The movie was good, man. Very, very good. Some emotional scenes. Like I said, excellent fight scenes, excellent storyline, excellent plot twist. The ending, you're not going to see it coming. Great movie, dog. Great movie. I didn't realize that is Miles Morales, so he black and Spanish? Or is he Spanish? Let me know. Is he black and Spanish? I'm gonna say he black and Spanish because dad is black and mom is Hispanic. So yeah, he black and Spanish. Okay, great movie, man. Y'all got to go see that shit, bro. Do not bootleg it. I know when I'm gonna go to the barbershop on Friday and they're gonna have that shit up on the screen. DJ Too Fresh, you got mixed reviews. You don't like it? Explain to me why it's not a 5 out of 5. What would you give it? How long should we have to wait for the blank? It's got to be less than 1.5. Yeah, that's a good question, bro. See, and that's the thing there. If they're going to do that without giving it away, if they're going to do that, then, I'm thinking a year. I think it can't be no longer than a year for the turnaround. Because anything less than that, you're gonna have to go back and see the one that just came out before they come out with the next movie. So, but it's gonna be a good month of June. You got Transformers coming out. Are y'all tired of Transformers? I don't know. I keep going to see them, and I just outside of the Bumblebee movie, which was good. It was a separate, whole different set of people that did that. I'm a little transformed out. Optimus Prime, he's saying less and less. Though I guess the guy who play him, he must be getting too old to be doing this shit. They need to replace his voice. Send Big G up there. He can be fucking Optimus Prime. He'd be like Autobots. What do you say? Roll out. I've been done with the Fast Furious. You know what's funny about the Fast and Furious thing, man? They interviewed Ludacris and they was like, "Why you keep making these movies?" And his response was something I would have said. He was like, "Why keep making the movies? Like these movies are making $1 billion each time." He's like, "He don't give a shit how bad they are. He gonna keep making them." Got a point. But that's all I got, man. This is episode 140. Make sure you share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend. Patreon is in the bio. It's in the link tree. Click that shit. I know the link tree can be a little annoying to press, but go ahead and press that shit, man. Fuck with your boy. And have a good night. Captain out.